Hey YouTube, it's Skinny Guy Hiding, and I'm back with my second vlog, the end of the first week of my pre-op diet, which was an adventure in itself. I had started out pretty good, but my body wasn't with it. I started to get really lightheaded, shaky, pale. My sugar dropped to about 66. Um, I don't know if I was drinking too much protein or not enough protein and not enough nutrients because I was having 16-ounce protein shakes instead of 8. So I don't know if it was that or if it was just my body um, going through like a withdrawal or a detox of everything. Um, but the good part is that this last Tuesday I weighed in at 295.6, and this morning I weighed in at 289.6. So that's a loss of 6 pounds with my first week of my pre-op diet, and I still have 1 week to go from surgery to until surgery. It's crazy that at this time next week I'll be out of surgery, um like laying in recovery. Yesterday morning I had my pre-registration appointment where everything was put into the computer. I received the time. I was interviewed by the nurse. And Tuesday morning, I have to be at the hospital at 10 a.m. for a 12 p.m. surgery. Originally, when I first received my surgery date, my time was 2:30, so I would have to arrive at the hospital at 12:30. But whatever happened happened, and I was up till 12 p.m. When I was at the hospital yesterday, the nurse that interviewed me gave me this antiseptic soap, which I have to use for the 3 days before surgery, 2 days before surgery, and the day of surgery. It doesn't smell very well at all. It smells kind of nasty, but I gotta do what I gotta do to lower the risk of infection. They said I have to use it from shoulder to toes after I wash with my regular body soap and rinse off, and then I use that as a extra body soap, I'm assuming. Um, and they told me what to expect when I wake up. That I'll be having I'll have oxygen. I'll have a finger thing on, blood pressure cuff, stockings for circulation, and they told me what floor to go to, where I'm going to be transported to, and all that good stuff. They had also told me that if my pain goes above a 2 on the scale from 1 to 10, if it reaches a 2 or starts to go above 2, to call the nurse for pain meds. I guess they don't want me to be in any kind of pain at all or any kind of severe pain, which is a good thing because I'm kind of worried about that. Um, but so all is well with that. 1 week away, 7 days, and I'm gonna be on the losers bench. I'll be sleeved officially. It's crazy. I can't believe the day is almost here. Um, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, I was speaking to somebody on Facebook, one of my Facebook friends, that I had met through taking a fiber supplement that was supposed to help lose weight, but it didn't work for either of us. And she had watched my first YouTube video, and we're talking about how I'll be having surgery and whatnot. And we touched the topic of how this whole surgery thing came about because when I had first looked into surgery in about 2010, my insurance didn't cover it, so I didn't look any further. I met a surgeon, and that was it. Um, about 6 months ago, I was browsing on Facebook, and somebody that I haven't spoke to in a couple years that I went to high school with wrote to me, really random, and was saying, hey Nick, I seen that you post a lot about weight loss and you struggle with it or whatever. And I was like, yeah, it's a lifelong battle that I've been having. And she had mentioned that she had already been sleeved, and she was telling me how like well everything went for her and whatnot. And I was just like, okay, like good for you. I'm happy for your weight loss. Yada yada yada. And we were talking on, and come to find out we had the same insurance, which was a coincidence. So I made an appointment with a doctor and whatnot, and I found out my insurance does cover the sleeve. That was crazy, out of nowhere. It was like a godsend. Out of nowhere, she comes and hits me up and tells me how she was sleeved randomly, and I asked her what insurance she had, and she had the same insurance. So it's okay. It's time for me to get on that wagon and do what I have to do officially. So yeah, that's that, and that's how I got to this point. If I don't think if she were to hit me up, I would have looked into it again. I was discouraged and thought my insurance didn't cover it, so it was just like right at the end of the road for me. I'm gonna have to struggle with trying to do it by myself, and it's something that for whatever reason my body doesn't want to pass a certain weight. But with this liquid diet, 7 days later, I've lost 6 pounds, which is excellent. It's a big loss, you know. Um, I had weighed myself 2 days after the liquid diet. I started the liquid diet, and the first 2.5 days I did nothing but liquid, and I think that's part of the reason why my body starts to shut down and everything. I weighed myself the second or the third day, and I was down 7 pounds, which I was extremely happy about. But then I weighed myself again a couple of days later, and I was up a couple of pounds since the 7 pounds. So I'm assuming that like my body fluctuated because if you weigh yourself every day, your body's gonna fluctuate. So 1 week exactly later, I'm down 6 pounds. That's terrific. That's excellent. I'm 1 week from surgery, and I'll be sleeved. I'm starting to get nervous, but it hasn't really hit me yet. I think it's gonna be like when I start using this nasty soap and smelling nasty, that it's gonna hit me like, oh crap, I'm smelling gross. I gotta go have surgery. Like my life is changing forever. Yesterday while I was at work, I received a text message from one of my friends that have known about me going to be having the sleeve for a while, and she asked me how excited was I and everything. I'm like, I'm starting to get nervous. I'm my life is gonna change for the better, but my life is gonna take a major change for a while. I'm not gonna be able to do the things I used to do that I thought was the best things that I would ever do, yada yada. But those things weren't things that were benefiting my life. Yeah, I had good memories about stuff like that. I do have good memories of, you know, drinking and eating and eating and eating. But once I'm sleeved, I'm not gonna be able to obsessively eat and obsessively drink and stuff like that. I'm not saying I drink all the time, but I do have memories. I'm young. I'm 23. I've gone out drinking and stuff. My life is gonna change in that aspect. I'm not gonna be able to get a phone call. Hey, let's go out grab a couple of drinks. Oh, let's go get something to eat. My life isn't gonna be revolving around food no more. I'm gonna be able to like live physically, which is a big thing for me because I've always thought about doing so many different things. My weights held me back from so much, but it's crazy. I have a whole lifetime ahead of me. I have a cruise planned that I've been planning for a couple of months that I will be going on in September. I'm going on a Disney cruise to the Bahamas, which is amazing. My first cruise. Um, and I'll be having my surgery. I'll be 7 months out. It'll be just after my 7 month surgery. So I'm interested and I'm curious to know how much I'll be down by then, how my body will look. The one thing I am nervous about because I am looking forward to being able to go on the beach in the Bahamas and not have to worry about covering my body and hiding or whatever. Because my whole life, every time I would go to the beach or the pool or anything, I would always have a shirt on, and I was always self conscious. Like if the shirt would get too wet, I would always have to pull it out and everything. Um, but in the Bahamas, I don't want to have to worry about none of that. And I was talking to someone, and they said, "Oh, on the cruise, nobody cares about how they look. You'll see like the worst people walking around half naked." Da, da, da. But it's not about what other people think; it's what I think. I get so self conscious about my body, and yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, my skin goes back normal, and I don't have so much excess saggy skin, loose skin. My doctors, surgeons, and nurses told me that being I'm young, my skin should still have enough elasticity to go back into place. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting into the gym and getting some weight training. I'm actually looking at right now for gyms in my local area that offer a good personal training program, very hands-on. Because once I get into the gym, all I know is cardio, and once I get like towards the weights and everything, I'm just totally lost, and that truly discourages me. Sorry, I'll go down, try to start some weights, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I feel I'm not doing it right, so I'll just stop and leave, which isn't a good thing. I know that's not a good thing at all. It's something I need to work on, and once I'm cleared from surgery and able to weight train, I'm gonna go forward with weight training. I do want to improve my body like crazy. I do want to try to have abs. That's a big thing. It's crazy to think about. Like, I have this big belly and everything. Um, Abs, really? But anything's possible. And this sleeve is going to change my life forever in so many great ways. Um, Yesterday, I had handed in a letter to my job saying that my last day of work will be Sunday, February 9th, until further notice from when I'm cleared to come back to work. Unfortunately, I don't know when I'll be able to return to work due to the amount of work I do when running around and lifting things and whatnot. My surgeon was saying something about 4 to 6 weeks, and I don't want to miss that much time from work. And I was talking to one of my managers last night at work, and she had mentioned working in the front of the house in concierge or the box office. I work in a movie theater slash restaurant, you can say. It's a dinner and a movie type of concept. So she was mentioning selling tickets, just sitting at the counter, standing at the counter, selling tickets and greeting the guests when they come in. She had spoke to the general manager and he's okay with it. I'm a shift supervisor now. Like, they have no bad words to say about me, nothing negative. I'm employee of the month this month. I'm just having surgery and I'll be out on a medical leave for some time. So instead of being out for 4 to 6 weeks, they're gonna see if it's okay with my chef that I come back maybe in 2 weeks and work in concierge and sell some tickets. That'll be great. That'll be terrific. I love my job, and I don't want to be gone for that long. And yeah, please like, comment, share, subscribe this page, this vlog. This is a documentary of my vertical sleeve gastrectomy journey. This is the second video I'm making of many, many more videos to come. And I'm gonna stress that, making these videos is not something easy. It's not just about, hey, jumping on camera, sitting in front of my computer and talking to myself and that other people are gonna see, or however you want to take it. About my weight and my health and whatnot, I'm very, very personal. I don't like talking about it. My weight has stopped me from doing so many things, has stopped me from talking to so many people. I'll be at functions, social events, or whatever you want to say, and I'll just sit by myself and sit to myself quietly on my computer or on my phone, or talking to the people that I know. And instead of mingling and getting to know people, I'm too shy and too self-conscious about myself to go and talk to other people. Excuse me. But yeah, this is something extremely personal for me that I'm sharing because I know I'm not the only person like that. I know there's other people that feel that way about themselves and feel that way about their weight or whatever the case may be. But there is a way out. If you're not able to just go to the gym and eat right and drop it all, hey, you have to do what you got to do. If taking certain supplements isn't working for you, I've tried it. I've tried specialty diets. I've tried dabbling with Atkins. I tried taking fiber supplements that are supposed to make you feel full and doing all these shakes and stuff. That stuff wasn't working for me. When I was 13, I had my first personal trainer. Yes, I did lose weight, and as soon as I stopped with the personal trainer, I was continuing to go to the gym by myself, but the weight came back, and then some. When I was about 15, my father took me to weight loss specialist that put me on nothing but liquid diet shakes. And it was liquid diet shakes until I was incorporated to a little bit of food like soup or pretzels and whatnot, which was supplied through them. And then I was able to wean myself into food. I lost a tremendous amount of weight in such a little bit of time. But once I was able to eat regular food, the weight gained back, if not doubled. I was on Weight Watchers. I did lose about 18 pounds on Weight Watchers in a couple of months. But it was just getting so discouraging, like going in week after week and only going down not even half a pound, then going up 2 pounds and going down half a pound. It was just so stressful for me that I stopped that. But now it's something that is not reversible. It's not, I can damage myself from trying to get around this. It's a tool that I'm going to use to the maximum capacity. It's not something that I'm just going to go and say, okay, my stomach is smaller, so I can go eat a bag of chips because I can pass it through my sleeve. Oh, I can drink a milkshake because my milkshake slides right through my sleeve. It's not about that. It's about what's going to fill me and give me the most nutrients that I can have and help me continue to lose the weight and keep the weight off. That's the biggest thing, being healthy and keeping the weight off, because every pound that I lose from here on out is not coming back. Well, as fat, I can say, because, my abs and my biceps are going to be full of muscle. But yeah, I don't want to make this video too long, so have a good week. I'm looking to do some body shots and making a slideshow or a short video and I'll be posting that this week, maybe Monday, the latest. And I also want to do a hospital bag video. I've seen a lot of people doing that of what they took to the hospital. So if you have any suggestions of what I should pack in my overnight hospital bag, please leave a comment. And as in the last video, I will be adding my Facebook and my Instagram to this and to the bottom. So please like, share, comment, follow me, friend me. Any tips, advice, words of wisdom, I will definitely appreciate. Thank you. See you next week. Bye, YouTube.